My headphones. Oh, there it is. Hey, Cece. Whoa. Hi, Linda. Hi, Charles. Hi, Lilani. Hi, Strength. I have this light on, so hopefully that makes a difference. A little bit. Yeah, it probably said, for you. Oh, good. I was gonna say your For You page. You know what's so funny? You know, sometimes like if I'm sitting around, I'm scrolling, I would rather do a live now, right? So, or like quiet my mind. But every time I do it, every time I scroll just to scroll, I'm like, why do I do it? Why do I do it? Like, there's so much limiting like stuff out there. So I'm always like, nope, let's go. Let's do a live. Not all of it. Not all of it. A lot of times like Joe Dispenza will come up on my page or an Abraham. You know what's really funny? When Abraham Hicks video comes on, that's mine. So it's one of my old ones that someone else is using. That's always really cool. I don't like any of this lighting. I need to find a good ring light. It's just like awkward. This is me trying to adjust this light the whole entire time. Thanks, Cece. They look so nice with the Christmas lights. I'm from Philly, Jay. Glories of Christmas is long. I got a wrap presents, but wrap presents. You know, yeah, yes, Linda. Exactly. Don't do anything if you're not feeling up for it because you'll get like an energy boost. You'll be like, all right, I'm ready. I'm gonna wrap these presents, and then you'll enjoy it, right? Or like put something on that you like a Christmas movie or something while you're doing it. But I'm the same way. Like if I'm not in the mood if I'm not feeling it and I don't want to go shopping, I will not go. I have to feel it. Like I have to be like, all right, I'm ready. So I went into Walmart today because I wanted to get like the real big dog bones and stuff like that for my dogs. But they had no carts. It was so packed in there today. But I knew I was prepared for it, right? So I was like, you know what? This is better. I'm just going to get what I can hold in my hand. So I was like, it was such a good time to practice bringing all the energy to me in that moment. I did not look around me at all. I just went exactly what I needed to get, what I wanted to shop for, had all the things in my hand, and went right to the self-checkout, and then I was out of there. So it was like really good. I do like that they have self-checkouts now there. Oh, the light went out. Oh, that's weird. Did you, Kay? I used to wrap, I guess the battery's dying. I used to wrap all of my presents, my kids' presents and everything. And then like my brothers would come over like with their girlfriend stuff and be like, can you wrap my presents? And I'd be like, oh my God. And of course I would say, yeah. Let me find a charger for this light because look how dark it is. I thought I had it all going good. I had this. I'm trying to think of another light I can use. It must. I think the battery's dying on it. It's one of those like battery ones. I always laugh like LOL when someone says, I'm not a good rapper, because I always think of like real rapping. Like rapping. I'm a good rapper. I'm good at it and I'm quick at it. Like I can get those gifts done in no time. Me too, Linda. Love the self-checkout. Love it. Can I change the color on this? Hold on. That's a little better. It's white. That's just my computer. You don't want to hear me, Cece. Cece, let me take a couple sips of this drink. Then maybe I'll be able to sing some raps for you. I lost my phone real yesterday in the restaurant, and I almost have a panic attack. Oh yeah, I think I remember you saying that, Linda. Do you think it's good to do affirmations with their name? No, yeah, exactly. No, you're not. So, Juliana, nothing to manifest. Nothing to manifest. Yes, that's chasing. So it's done. Things are making their way to you. Everything's making its way to you. You're never doing anything to manifest at all. I cannot stress that enough to you guys. No, get out of it's really about getting out of your own way, right? Getting out of the universe's way. You are the universe. It's really about trusting yourself, trusting this process, because you don't want to always be doing those things to manifest for the rest of your life, right? So what I learned about affirmations is, first of all, you want them to be very unlimited, right? You're moving towards your best life in every area. Like, we're not doing these little affirmations that just give us a quick fix, right? So you got to know you're unlimited. You're moving towards best case scenario for everything in your life, right? And they can be extremely general. Yes, getting out of your head, right? Kay, I always think of all the different labels again when I say that. Getting out of your head space, getting out of your own way, getting out of the universe's way. That's why people think people don't understand. It's really just you having this experience, right? This experience, this dream, right? So anyway, yeah, so like with affirmations, they can be so general, because here's the thing. You know what you want. Don't worry about that. You know what you want, guys. We all know what we want. You don't have to keep affirming for those things. You've been asking for, you planned these things before you got here. Okay, so just get that out of your head. Like, you do not got to do I just rhymed. You do not got to do anything to manifest, okay? Everything's making its way to you best way possible. You really just want to create the feel-good atmosphere, like Abraham says. That's all you're ever doing. You're creating that feel-good atmosphere. You never want to be in a needy energy, like, I need this thing to feel better. You want to learn that you'll start learning along the way, it's just about you. It's about you feeling good on your own. It's about you moving towards the best of everything in your life. And the more you do these practices, you start to see that. You're making, when you're trying to like get something and you're chasing and you're doing all these techniques, you're still not in that understanding of that nothing is even separate from you anyway, right? None of these things are separate from you. Just having the desire is enough. Just having the desire is enough. So it's just the more you do these practices, you understand that more. You start to grasp that more. Who made fun of me saying grasp? I want to grasp it. I think it was Bobby. Bobby's like, I want to grasp this. I keep visualizing that I am a successful soul. Oh, I love that, Cece. Make yourself happy and be happy. What you got right now is, I know. So this is my new thing, and I'm going to make something. I know I still have something I got to put together and get out to the lazy manifestors that have the collection. I have a whole bunch of stuff that I've been creating, but I wanted to get that meditation out because I had such shifts listening to that meditation. But now I'm already onto something new before I even got this other stuff out to you guys. It's these general affirmations, these words, they're so powerful because you're not putting anything in front of them. It's just a word. And the more you quiet your world and the more you quiet your space, you're understanding like it's just me having this experience. Everything's being reflected back to me. Thank you. So anything you send out is going to come back to you, right? So that's why we're always wishing for the highest good of everybody, right? So like just saying words is enough. Just saying words, confidence, beautiful, successful. Like you only have to say those words because remember, we're only creating a feel-good atmosphere. So that's what I'm going to start working on. I already kind of did with this lazy manifesting stuff. And I'm loving that I can really start separating the files for you guys. So like it can be just a lot of just affirmations about money, just affirmations about confidence, just affirmations about, like just joyful, happy, like those types of things. Hey, Bridget. So that's just something now I'm playing around with. So I can tell where you're at, Juliana. You're way too much thinking about, you're giving your power away. You're in a chasing energy still. You still don't trust the process, which is completely normal. Completely normal. So my practice is this. My practice is knowing what you want's done, but that's it. You got to stop talking about it. You got to stop thinking about it. You got to stop thinking you have to do anything to get it. And you got to focus on this moment with the life you're living now and practice feeling good now without it. You got to practice feeling good now without it because you're right now way too fixated on this manifestation, thinking you have to do more, trying to find, hey, Bridget. Yes. It's 1,000,000%, Bridget. And I was trying to tell you guys this. And I want you guys to know this. Yes. It's because it's new information. It's very unlimited information. I was telling Cece that too. You are going to have resistance after these meditations. You're going to have resistance. Just you know what to do though. So that's why people that get my audio, you got to listen to it from the beginning. You have to be following me for a while. You have to be ready for this. You have to know what to do in these lower energy moments. Same thing, Bridget. Quiet, calm, relax. Same thing. You're going to have resistance because even after doing the first meditation, I had resistance. And, again, doing the quiet, calm, relax, and then again with the new one I did. So it was a day. And I don't usually have low energies for a full day. It never lasts a full day, but it has been because of the meditation. So yes, that's a good thing. But you're far enough now, Bridget, that you know what's going on. So I'm telling you, Bridget, the outcome of that is going to be amazing. So things are going to start really shifting. Hi, Tony. But what if I've had times where I was really focused on a manifestation all the time and it worked? So okay, yes, I've done the same thing, Juliana. So when you're so focused on a manifestation, I've brought manifestations in as well, like that, where I've affirmed or thought about it over and over again and it came in. But my practices are getting you out of that type of energy, that quick fix, that temporary high. I got it, yay. And now you're doing that again. My practices are helping you feel good now on your own, not needing things to make you feel better, not needing people to make you feel better. You need to be able to feel. My practices are different. They're not like other people's. I've done all that too. But a lot of people find out they're still not happy. So even where you're at now, you're getting this manifestation, you're back in that cycle, doing things to manifest. It's a cycle, it's a trap, it's another program. You want to learn how to be happy now. You want to learn that you're always moving towards manifestations. You're always moving towards your best life. There's no end to it. The goal is happiness now. That's the goal. So I'm helping you be happy now. That's my practices. Everything else is the byproduct. But again, if you don't resonate with me, that's fine. You can keep doing your techniques or whatever you want to do. That's perfectly fine. I'm just teaching it a different way. It's more so of learning how to be happy now and learning what it feels like to be happy and in flow versus not being happy and in flow. So yeah, Bridget, that is exactly what it is. You're going to get resistance after listening to my meditations. This is why I say to start from the beginning and listen to my audio from the very beginning. Like Bridget's been following me for a while. She's been doing these practices for a while. She knows exactly what's going on. She knows what resistance feels like. She knows what to do in those moments of resistance, right? So, see, this is why I like the Facebook group too. For any questions, if you're a lazy manifester, ask me. Ask those questions if you're having resistance or anything. So, Bridget, I never have days of resistance. It's never a full day for me. It's like maybe a moment here and there, and I can get myself right out of it. But I knew this resistance was different because there was no story attached to it. I had no negative stories attached to it. It was literally just me having a dip in my energy. But the aftermath of it is good because it's expansion. It's moving you towards more. This is when you're going to start to have really quick shifts in your reality, guys. Cece, Bridget, I don't know if Christine's in here, but my lazy manifestors, you're going to start having really quick shifts because you guys understand resistance now. You understand it now. You know it's all about happiness now. You understand flow. You know what it means to be not in flow versus in flow. So you guys got the hang of it. And this is where I want you guys that are my lazy manifestors and been doing these practices for a while, or not, even if you're not an actual lazy manifester, to be able to help other people as well and tell them that's normal, you're doing everything right? So like we can kind of help each other, especially in the private Facebook group. You're live again. I'm happy to say. I am live again. Marta, I can't even read that. You live again. I'm like, you live again. Yeah. So this is good, Bridget. This is really good. You're gonna have major shifts now. Like I'm telling you, it's gonna be downhill. You're actually gonna start to feel happy more. And I know you've been feeling happy, but you know what I mean, like more consistent. You're gonna start getting that this is really just an experience. It's just for fun, and you take that seriousness out of it. I go back and forth between having big resistance with a story and some with no story. Yeah, so like even with you, like, hey, like, or you guys or anyone, like sometimes you know the story, it's very obvious too. So that happened to me later too. So in the beginning, it was very easy for me to, like, not easy, I wanted to figure things out, but I was practicing not trying to figure things out, just relaxing into that resistance, moving forward, right, doing my best. But then as time goes by, like, you know the story, it's very obvious. It's like, okay, I can see why I'm having what this story is and why there would be resistance around this story. But I'm still not trying to figure anything out. I just know I'm moving towards best and better. So like I said, sometimes there is a story attached and sometimes there isn't. Either way, you're not figuring anything out. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to. Like, you really don't have to find out where that core belief is or any of that, because all beliefs stem from one thing, and it's that I'm not worthy. I don't deserve to live an amazing life. Like, I'm not going to be able to achieve these things. I'm not going to be able to have this amazing life. Like, that sounds so out of your reach at first, right? No, not at all. Trust me. Like, it's normal to feel that way, but you don't have to figure anything out. Yes, Marta. Wait, this is guys, this is so true. That's what happens. See, Marta's like, this is what I noticed. Your life gets easier and things start, it's to make your life easier so you can actually start to apply these practices more, right? So it's all love, it's all good, it's all serving you. So that's what happens. That's why when people say, my world's so quiet, I'm so lonely, I'm so bored, I'm like, my God, this is the best thing ever. Trust me, like, you really don't have to entertain anything outside of you. You have enough around you to work with to understand resistance. You don't got to be searching for any more information. You don't have to be entertaining anything. You don't have to be scrolling through any of it. Most of it's limiting. I don't like to say that because it sounds so negative, but most of the internet, most of social media is honestly, it's very limiting. And I'm not saying it to scare you. I'm saying you don't need it. You don't need it. You have enough in front of you now, knowing what you know now, knowing you're unlimited now, knowing you're moving towards those things. That's enough. You can work with what you have in your experience now. There's enough to reflect back to you with your physical reality now to help you do these practices. Trust me. You're just adding to the mix. That's what I found out. Like, when you're scrolling and you're searching and you're just adding. You're adding more resistance, honestly. But I think it's all good too, because it lets you know too. Like, if it wasn't for me searching through those things and not knowing those types of things, I wouldn't be able to say this to you guys. I wouldn't have been able to learn, like, through the journey, right? How do I manifest someone not wanting something I do? How do you it's all about you, okay? How do I manifest someone not wanting something I do? It's you can't make it about the other person. That's the thing. You got to know that it's whatever you want and you're moving towards that. So you got to make it just about you. Stop including other people into your dreams. Stop including other people into what you want. Right? Everything will work out. Trust the process. Go, quiet that down of thinking that, bringing other people into your manifestations and your dreams. Keep your internet usage high vibrational. Yeah. So, and another thing I noticed is like when you have those dips, you have like a high the next day, like, or a day or two after, like, so it's all about that quiet, calm. You're transmuting, guys. You're transmuting lower energies. You don't need to know why or what's happening. It's all good. You're actually transmuting the negative into positive. That's what's happening. When you're staying quiet and you're calm and you're relaxed and you're just like relaxing your body as much as possible, you're doing the best you can. You're doing the best you can to get through that day by being kind still. You're actually transmuting negative into positive. Oh, yes, it will. It will. And I can tell you because I just had it, Bridget. I literally just had it. And I think that's when it starts to kind of like get a little more exciting because you know the process. You've been doing it for long enough, right? That you're like, okay, I know what's going on here. Like, I know how this works. I always say, you know what? It never feels good though. Like, let's be serious. I've never had a lower energy that was like, oh, this feels okay. This one's not. No, they like never feel good. But you're just doing your best. You're just still doing your, my best explanation is when you have the flu. You're just kind of like doing what you can in between moments, like you sit in the bathtub. When I used to get the flu, I would get leg aches. I can't even tell you how bad my legs would hurt when I got the flu. Always go to my legs. I lived in the bathtub. I would get out of the bathtub. I get back in the bathtub. I get in so you're getting through it. You're doing whatever you can to get through it, right? I fear that you won't be here one day and I will have... Tony, I ain't going anywhere. Tony, where would I be going? Where would I be going? I think the lower energies that scare me are the ones that feel like you're going backwards. And that's the thing, like you're never going backwards. They're only making you stronger. So understand that too. Understand that when you're having them, it's just strengthening. It's strengthening you. It's strengthening you. That's all. You literally never go backwards. I know it feels like you're going backwards. I used to think I was going backwards all the time, but it's just bringing you more clarity. It's all good. I'm telling you, you cannot go backwards if you're doing my practices. I'm sorry. If you're doing my practices and you're committed to these practices, which is my practices are you being committed to you. That's it. There's no going backwards. I promise you that. I promise you. And Bridget, you read my books, I think, right? My old books. I talked about that all the time. I'm like, why am I still feeling this way? That was 4 years ago, okay? And I'm now knowing this in a way clearer way of how easy this truly is. And I understand it on a way different level. I swear I wasn't going from a place of lack, but I don't know what happened. Just stick to the practices, Mariella. Hi, it's not Kimmy, is it? Because I feel like I say it wrong. Yes, so many times that's what I would do. I would go back to my audio in those moments, those lower energy moments where like a story was attached and I was like working with the story. I would go back to the audio. I would go back to manifest. I'm going to teach you how to manifest properly. Like I would go back to the very beginning of my audio. I swear, Kira, any advice on voices in my head saying I'm not going to make it? So voices like that negative stories, all those things. Andrew, you're literally just going to do this. First of all, start a little meditation practice, Andrew, if you haven't already started one, to practice quieting your mind. So find like a fan noise or something you like, a sound you like, so you can constantly direct your attention to that sound. That's going to help quiet down those voices. Also, just relaxing your body, Andrew. Literally just relaxing your body is enough. So understand that voices like that, negative, unfavorable stories like that, are very heavy. They're very dense, right? That is a limiting belief. A fear-based belief, limiting belief, is dense, it's heavy, it weighs you down. That's why it's not the truth of who you are. The truth of who you are is light, free, fun, happy, okay? So that's why you're going to relax your body and practice relaxing your body and doing relaxing practices, because it helps you get better at relaxing your body. It makes you become more sensitive to these moments so you catch them, Andrew, before they get too far. So that's why relaxing practices are so powerful, because they make you more sensitive. Meditation makes you more sensitive to those moments, so you catch those moments quicker and you don't get down that spiral. Now, there's a difference between a story that got build up resistance, guys. So this is important, and this is what I'm learning now. There's a difference between an unfavorable dominant story that's still hanging around versus just pure expansion. They're both expansion, though. They're both expansion. But like I said, sometimes there's an obvious fear-based belief attached to that, but sometimes you're just in a dip, and that's pure expansion. So there's a difference. Sometimes you're working through some fear-based belief systems still. You'll know because there's a story there. But don't worry about the story. You don't have to figure anything out. Just keep relaxing your body, right? And I know some of you know this now because you've been with me for a while, so you get it too. I keep having dreams of the opposite of my manifestation happening. So Evie, this is what I always tell people. A dream is a dream. It's just a dream. Just wake up. Oh, I had a bad dream, just like any bad dream. It doesn't mean it's going to come true. My example is when my kids would come to me and say I had the worst dream that like the dog killed me or something. Like they would have this, it's just a dream. The dog's not going to kill you. The dog never killed them. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just a dream. Literally, leave it where it's at. It's a dream. Keep moving on. Less and less concerned about the fear-based belief every time I'm on the other side. I know, Kay. I love it. So, identifying the stories, Frederica, it's not about identifying the stories. It's obvious what the story is. Not all the time. Like I said, there's a difference because sometimes you're just having a dip. That's just expansion. That's because you're probably entertaining more unlimited information, right? Like more unlimited information. So that's just expansion. Like you're registering more on this information, you're processing this information, knowing that every possible reality exists, knowing you're unlimited, knowing your most abundant timelines here. Those types of dips in your energy don't have a story attached. That's expansion. That's you adjusting to the new energy. The ones that have a story attached, Frederica, are very obvious. But you don't got to be fishing around in there. Don't be trying to figure anything out. You're just relaxing your body, softening your body, and just knowing that's enough for that to start breaking down. But don't argue with it. Don't get mad at it. Don't think you got to do anything about it. You don't got to do nothing about it. It's working itself out. By you relaxing your body, you're moving towards best case scenario. By you constantly relaxing your body, saying, I don't got to figure it out, I'm moving towards best case scenario. Keep doing my relaxing practices in those moments. No problem, Frederica. Now, your two folk, Mariah, just your comment alone, he hurt me and I blocked him last night. Do I have to unblock him and I want to manifest him back? You are way too fixated on a manifestation, girl. You don't block him, unblock him. It doesn't even matter. None of that matters. Blocking, unblocking, none of it matters. You got to focus on you. Literally none of that matters. You got to 100% be focusing on you. Just leave that where it's at. Get this focus and attention back on yourself and feeling good without it. You got to feel good without it. You got to learn how to be happy without it. You got to be moving towards things that feel good to you, your best life, learning how to feel good on your own, okay? Doesn't even matter what you do with there. Just leave it as where it is. Bring your intention and focus back to yourself. Bring your attention and focus back to things that you like to do, feeling good on your own. And whenever it pops up, do my practice, okay? Quiet, calm, relax. Don't speak about it. Don't vent about it. Don't talk to your friends about it. Keep it to yourself. Get yourself calmed down. Relax your body. Settle yourself down. I'm moving towards best and better. I don't got to figure anything out. I'm moving. Manifestations are making their way to you. Anything you want's done. Remember that. Who's going through a situation so we can't see each other. Calm yourself down. Don't focus on them. Focus on yourself. It's the fear of the unknown. Keep hearing you say yes, exactly, NL. Relax. Use it to your benefit. Use it to your benefit. So you're not ignoring 3D in my practices. There's no ignoring anything. You're working with your 3D with my practices, guys. You can't get away from anything. Just always remember that. You can't get away from yourself. You're not ignoring your 3D. You're working with your 3D current circumstances. You're working with your current 3D circumstances. You're learning to be happy with them now, making the best of them. Whatever that may mean for you, making the best, and that's what's moving you towards best and better. Knowing your manifestations and everything you want is making its way to you. You're not doing anything to get those things. They're coming to you. You got to make the best of where you're at, though. So no, it's not about ignoring your 3D. It's not about being delusional. It's not about any of that. Yes, you will be led to that. You will. That will happen. That'll be part of my practices. You will be unbothered. You will be confident. There's nothing to ignore when you start to feel good now with what you got. There's nothing to. You'll never have to do that because your life's going to start becoming more fulfilled. You're going to start becoming happy now with your life now. There's nothing to ignore. You're not ignoring anything. They're not my practices. It's not the same of what you're listening to out there about manifesting. What about keeping old conversations? I don't look at them, but I know they are there. Well, you're not looking at them. That's a step. Old conversations, I don't look at them, but I know they are there. Not looking at them is enough. That's your first step. Just stop. Just keep not looking at them. Whenever you're like, oh, I know they're there, calm yourself down. Quiet, calm, relax your body. You wouldn't even, I get no emails, I get no texts, I get nothing from nobody, nothing. And if I do, it's all positive. Sorry, it looks like I'm getting undressed. I'm just taking off my jacket because I'm starting to sweat over here. It feels like the universe is changing and arranging my life to fit my design. Oh, Marta, I love those messages. That's a pinner. That's a pinner. See what Marta said? That's exactly what's happening. That is the most fun for me is watching you guys too, along with me, like your lives changing. So what starts to happen, like, yes, a lot of things are still the same for a while, guys. It takes time for these things to like really reflect and like transform. And like I said, some things really, like things start to change. Your life does get better, it gets more quiet, things run more smooth. But some things like kind of still stay the same. But trust me, things can happen overnight. Things can happen. You can have surprises like pop into your life. Look, the heck. Oh, Lani, yes, I know. So that's what I like. That's what's good about the YouTube videos. That's what's good about my audios, the Release Resistance playlist. That's what I try to post on here a lot because that's when you want to listen to them. That's when you want to listen to like something just to make you feel better. That's all it's doing. Like my audios and all that, yeah, there's like great information about how this reality works and all, but it's also helping you feel better in those moments and reminding you like just keep staying calm. It's just a fear-based belief. It's just a limiting belief. And like I said, I needed to listen to my own darn audio a lot of times, right? No, because I don't focus on that. I don't see, to me, when you're like, is the opposite's happening, you're still too focused on a manifestation. These are all other people's teachings. I don't resonate with them at all. The opposite's happening, birds before land. I don't resonate with none of that. None of that. I know what I want's done. It's making its way to me. That's enough. I don't worry about if the opposite's happening. What's happening in my reality is very obvious. It's like, okay, here's the thing. This is the simple answer to what you're asking. It's not about the opposite. It's only about this. If something shows up that shakes you, that affects you, that's a limitation. It's a belief that doesn't match your best life, your manifestation. That's it. Don't worry about the opposite. Don't be looking for the opposite. Don't be looking for birds before land. Please stay away from all that stuff. It's just like, it's just so limiting. I'm so mad I ran in. Aw, Cece. It's just knowing, like, that's the thing. Like, all these teachers, which are so great, they're all so great, but they're only saying, listen, you create your own reality. You get to live the best life now. that you know this and you planned that. You planned to come at this time to have the most amazing life. And that's all they're telling you, right? That's all they're saying is now you get to do whatever you want, whatever practices work for you, right? So that's all it is. That's why like you have to like feel like, does this resonate with me? Like I always say, like there's a lot of things I don't resonate with Abraham. I never did any of her practices, guys. Never. I never did her focus wheel. I never did segment intending. I didn't do a book of positive aspects. I didn't resonate with that. I resonated with her message, right? Neville's message, Bashar's message that I can be doing of anything I want, that I'm unlimited. That's it. Even Bashar, he says, act on your passions. Well, he said, I resonate with that. But I used to say that before I met him. Acting on your passion starts out with just you doing things like painting your nails and you getting up out of bed. For some of us, that's our we got to work what we got. We got to work what we got. It builds to more. It builds to more. So like, yeah, I kind of like feel like you got to learn through your own experience, guys. Like, I don't resonate with I am affirmations. I never did. Something saying I am and I don't believe in it and I got to keep doing it over and over again. But I always liked saying words. I liked words. So that's what I always resonated with, right? Because there's no resistance in saying a word. Yes. I liked not pizza pockets, but what are the little ones? The Tostino rolls. Oh, I love those. I could eat those for dinner. I remember my daughter was like, "Oh, get them. I want to try them again." And who do you think ate the whole bag? Me. I grew up on those. I love those. My kids don't like that though. They don't like them. Pizza rolls, yeah. Oh my God, like I even pop them in the microwave. I'm not even trying to put them in the oven because I don't like. I'm just like put them in the microwave, let them cool down. Eat them. I would dip them like in ranch or like put like something like a seasoning on them. Yes, Bridget, yes, with ranch. Yes, Bridget, yes. And that like these lower energies there's like so much wisdom in them. There's so much transformation in them. There's so much power in them. And I think, that's important too, is to know that those moments are actually serving you as well. And you can still be in flow with them too, right? You can still, and you guys get it. Like, I know you guys who've been following me for a while and yous are just never ever talk about anything. Yous never talk about your problems. And that's where I know the difference in where people are at because you get it. I know it's working. I know it's working for you guys because you do everything. Like you do the practices to a T. Probably better than me sometimes. Yeah, relaxing your shoulders, right? Your face. I carry no tension in my face anymore. Zero tension in my face. I do the practices still though. I do. I think this is something that why not stick with? Why not keep doing them? Why not meditate for a little bit each day if you have time? Why not do your like just because your life starts to get better and things are getting good, like I still will always do these practices. Always. I make you laugh, Tony? Good. I was laughing at I was making affirmations for myself and I said hysterical on there and I'm like, whoa, hysterical could go a couple different ways. Like you could be hysterical upset, you could be hysterically crying, but I was thinking hysterical laughing when I said the affirmation. I'm like hysterical, laughter, humor, and I'm like, hysterical could go either way. People might not like that one. Oh, Linda, that's so awesome. Still working on it, Kira. Oh, Kurt. I was shocked when my natural response was like, so what? Yeah. Do the physical manifestations ultimately even matter, or is the feeling of completion the end goal? I think they matter, Salem. I would never say manifestations don't matter. They definitely matter, but you don't want to make them, you want to practice feeling good first, or no, I say it more like this. If you think a manifestation is going to make you happy, you're never going to be happy. So they're not here to make you happy though. They're here for your like to have to. They're here for an experience, and then you're going to grow and expand with them. They are important. They are important. They're part of this experience and this expansion. It's like saying my kids aren't important. They were a manifestation. My kids were my manifestation, right? And I want them to understand this, and I want them to get this. I want everybody to get this. Like, we're all co-creating together, right? So no, I believe they are important. I do. But I believe we got to learn how to feel good first. We got to be able to do these you got to be able to know what it feels like to be in alignment on your own, and no matter what's happening around you. That's just the practice in it. But no, I believe that they are very important. Honestly, I would never say they're not important. I don't have to identify with this or believe it. Yes, Kay, right? I know, Kurt. Yes, that's true. It is. It's like you're just sending out good energy, and that's it. And you're not even expecting anything to come back. You're just doing it because it feels good, and that's what starts to happen. Like, I love talking about this stuff, and I love creating what I create, the audios and stuff like that, and it's because I love to do it. I'm not like, it's not for expectation. It's just because I actually enjoy it, right? And I love doing these lives, and I love talking about this kind of stuff. This stuff, I would be like, you don't care what people think anymore. I used to think like I could never talk about this stuff, let alone to people, right? Like, get out here and actually, and now like I could care less. I could care less because I know there's other people that resonate and that get it too, right? Hi, Jerry from Georgia. I'm either laughing or crying. Laughing or crying. It doesn't matter. It's all release of resistance, Tony, right? What if the physical manifestations never come to fruition? So Salem, they have to if you're doing my practices. What if the physical manifestations never come to, that's, if you're even thinking that, you're just still in that doubt energy. That's all. They have to come into fruition. If you know something's done and it pops in your mind, oh, it's done, and you go, that's what you're doing. Like, oh, it's done. Just bring myself back to this moment. What can I do to feel good now? That's my practice. It's not like you're never going to think about things that you want. You're never not going to think about your success, your empire, your home that you want, your beautiful things that you want to experience. It's done, and I'm moving towards it, and that's got to be enough, Salem. So they will, because that's how this stuff works. You focus on something enough, it's going to come into your life. And I always, like, it's a part of you for a reason. You thought of it for a reason. You had the desire for a reason. So it's more of an understanding that nothing is separate from you. Nothing's separate from you. It's all part of you. It's actually coming from you. I am, Kelly. I am excited now because I got some shopping done today. I still have a few more things I got to get. I think that's the part that always hangs over my head, is getting all the shopping. It always gets done. But once I start getting a little bit of it, and it takes me not long, then I can start to like relax a little and enjoy it. I tell people I love Christmas before Christmas. When it's actually Christmas, I'm like, oh my God, like I want everybody to be happy. I want everybody to get the presents that they want, like my kids and stuff. So that's just like, I just want them to have a good Christmas. I like let them have a good Christmas. But yes, I'm starting to get more excited. Are we? You will experience a lot of breakthroughs, Kimmy, if you're sticking to my practices, yes. But you got to practice non-reaction. You got to practice non-reaction. If you don't feel like you're having breakthroughs or you're feeling like nothing's changing in your life, it's because you're still reactive. That's all. So you just got to keep doing these practices. You got to keep relaxing your body, meditate, do the relaxing practices, do things that relax you, focus more on what you have now, the physical things you have now, making the best of the physical things you have now. When you truly cannot feel good, you gotta get quiet, you gotta get calm, you gotta relax your body. Remember, those unfavorable things, those unfavorable moments are serving you when you do the practices, because it helps you get better at the practices. It's really about getting better at these practices. You want to get so good at these practices that nothing affects you anymore. That's unbothered energy. That's when people say to ignore the 3D. Well, you're not really even having to do that with my practices, because by the time you get good at it, everything is over. Your fear-based belief systems are gone, right? So you're using everything in your experience that doesn't feel good to do these practices. It just really helps you towards the end, like that end, not fight with anything. So that's what I had to start doing towards the end of doing these practices. So I say end. So I got really good at these practices to where I was so well aware when I was arguing with something, an old story. Should I figure this out? Do I have to do more? Give me a sign of, should I go this route instead? No. You don't got to do anything because you're always provided for and taken care of when you're in flow. Do not argue with anything. Do not fight with anything. Do not try to figure anything out. Now, that's our human mind. We want to figure things out. We think we should get to the bottom of it. We think we should, like, I got to fight for these. I got to fight for this. No, you don't. That's limited behavior. You're unlimited. You're moving towards best case scenario, towards everything in your life. Trust me, I had a lot of things that I wanted to get to the bottom of. You do not have to. You are always taken care of if you're doing the right thing. Think about it like that. And it's always not fighting with this. Doing the right thing means not fighting with this moment, not fighting with anything, not fighting with anyone. You're just sending good, kind, loving energy to everyone. I manifest for the highest good of myself and the highest good of everybody else involved. I wish only kindness and blessings to everyone. And that you just keep moving forward, feeling good, feeling good, feeling good, relaxing. Seriously, I'm not kidding. That's all you're doing. Yeah, Kay, I know. It's so fun talking to you guys about it now because you guys you're experiencing these things now. When SP triggers you. Yeah, same thing. I think Bridget answered you, Jess. Yep, Bridget answered you, Jess. Same thing. Anytime you get it, don't connect it, don't make the story so don't give the story so much energy. It's just an unfavorable moment, right? It's a circumstance, and you're just relaxing your body, softening your body. You got to get out of the trying to figure it out, focusing on it too much. Just relax your body, soften your body. I'm moving towards best case scenario. I'm moving towards better. I'm moving towards, right? Just keep relaxing, keep softening your body. You don't have to argue with anything. You don't have to argue with anyone. Now, if you feel like you need to respond ever to anything, always got to be a short, sweet response, and it's got to be one response because anything else is an argument. Always remember that. And that only happens in the beginning. That only happened in the beginning with me, where I had to answer things, right, still, because I was still in that old reality, and I was still not understanding this fully, and you feel the need to respond to things. But again, it's a short, sweet, kind response. Very calm yourself down first, because in the beginning I wasn't responding the way that I tell you guys. I was reactive still, but you'll get better at it the more you do it. So here's the thing that happened to me. I kept being shown experiences to cause a reaction out of me. Till eventually I said, I know what's going on here. And I had to be really calm. It was different experiences. It wasn't the same thing over and over again. I was reacting and I was sticking up for myself and I was defending myself. And then the more they would keep happening. Till finally I knew what was going on because I was doing these practices as well. And I finally said, no, you be kind. You give them what they want. You give them their things. You give them their money. And you say bye. And that was it. And that ended. That cycle ended for me. Right? So that's why I know how this works. Everything's a mirror. If you feel the need to defend yourself, you're going to be shown experiences to defend yourself all the time. People think well, no, we got to defend ourselves. Well, if you want to live that kind of life and have that belief with you, then yeah, you're going to be defending yourself. I don't want to live that life. I don't want to have to always be defensive. I don't want to always have to be standing up for myself. I don't want to always have to be arguing with someone. I don't want that. That's arguing. That's reacting. So the more you do my practices, you're very aware of that. Okay, wait a minute. I see how this is patterns happening over and over again, right? I know. I talk faster and faster and faster the more I do these lives. Yeah. I don't even watch any of that stuff, Cece. I used to love those kinds of shows, though. Let me tell you. I was all about reality TV. It sucked me right in. I know if I started watching those shows again, I'd still get sucked in. Hey, Christine! What if a tarot reader told you SP? Come on now, Carla. Are you new to me? Are you new to me? What if a tarot reader tells you SP ain't coming back? What do you think that means? What do you think that means? That's a belief system within you, just reflecting back to you. Do you believe it or not? Is it affecting you or not? It doesn't matter the story. If something's coming at you and it affects you, there's a belief there that doesn't match what you want. Always remember that. A tarot reader says that somebody's talking crap about you. Ooh, that don't feel good. Because it's not true. If it doesn't feel good, it's not true. Just remember that. Always remember that. Go back to that. Demanding customers. Some are great. Some are tiring. Just be kind always, Patty. Just keep sending out that loving energy, positive energy. Same thing. That's where I started this, my job, being stressful. You have to make the best of it. You have to find ways to make the best of it. Do these practices. Slow your energy down. Just do your best to be kind to people no matter what. Patty, I ain't going to say it's always easy. Trust me, I know. But you just do the best you can with what you got, and that moves you towards better experience. It moves you towards more, always. So you just do the practices, relax your body, stay quiet. Don't talk to people if you have a difficult person or difficult customer. Don't talk to your friends or anything about it or vent to anyone. So just be aware. Just be aware of those moments, right? Calm yourself down, relax your body, soften your body. Have compassion, right? Compassion is so powerful because guess what? Compassion is you now knowing more, not more, but you knowing that you don't know people's lives. You don't know people's stories. You don't know what they're really living. You don't know what they're going through. Have compassion for others. Always have compassion knowing they don't know this information. You probably lit up their whole day just by being kind to them. And staying kind no matter what, right? I chose to stay kind and calm no matter what they were being towards me, right? Always remember that. So it's just a good place to do your practices, Patty. You know you're moving towards better experiences. You know you're moving towards more now. So that's what I used my job to just do the best I could. I did the best. And I had a great job, but I dealt with people too. I had stressful situations too. So my job was also stressful. So it was like, you got to keep doing the practices. And that was at the beginning. That's when I said, I wish I had a community. I was at my job. I sat down. I'll never forget it. And I said, I wish there was a community I could go to just to talk to about this. I had nobody. And maybe I had to go through it on my own to show that you can do this on your own. You really don't need anybody, right? Or a coach or any of that. You'll get it, Patty. You'll get it. You know too much now. What I've been saying is that I'm working on myself and that I'm okay. Yeah. And that even makes me feel bad when I don't say anything. I'm sorry. Did I miss a question or something? My friend doesn't think I'm a good friend because I'm not talking about something I'm going through now. So that's still a belief within you because that doesn't feel good. For you to think that your friend even thinks that. That's still a belief. This is normal. This is normal, guys. As you're moving towards this, knowing this information, that's guilt. We have guilt attached to moving forward. We all do. I did too. So you start creating these stories they're mad at me. They're mad that I'm not telling them my life. They're mad. But listen, you can calmly say oh no, it's not that. Everything's fine. That's all you got to say. You can say something to shift that, Kimmy. You can just say, oh, but everything's fine. My life's good. And that's serving you to say that as well. I know, oh, I'm sorry you feel that way. Remember, it doesn't really matter what you say. It matters how you're saying it to release resistance in that moment. So it's just get calm. Get calm and kind and say, yeah, everything's really good, though. I have nothing to say. If you got to say everything's good, though. You can't be saying things are bad or my life's bad. It's getting better. It's getting good. Of course, that's what you're saying because you know you're moving toward. You don't want to be a victim. So it's yeah, things are really good. Everything's good. I have nothing to say. I have nothing to share because everything's good. That's all you say, right? No one's going to keep. Why would she want to ask you for what's going on when you have nothing to say, right? You got to be light about these things. You got to be calm about these things, right? And when you start thinking that she's mad at you, you got to know that that's a limiting belief. When you start thinking somebody's mad at you guys, that's a limiting belief. That's a fear-based belief system. And that will show up in your experience as well. Okay? So you gotta do the practice. You gotta relax your body. Nobody's mad at me. Nobody's jealous. Nobody's mad. Nobody's angry. Soften your body. It's just a limiting belief. Relax your body. I know I'm moving towards best and better. Yes, that's so true, Faith. Yes. What if they tell you they're mad? It's how does that feel? Okay, here's Kelly. What if they tell you they're mad? If someone tells you they're mad, if it's affecting you, if that's upsetting you, you still have a limiting belief. You get quiet, you get calm, you relax your body. You say, "Oh, I'm sorry, no." Like, "Oh, I didn't know it was like," and you just move on. You calmly respond and you move on. That's, if it's not affecting you, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, right? So it's all in how something affects you. If it's affecting you, it's a limiting belief within you. Remember, you can only have an experience based off your belief systems. So if you're still in this energy, guys, of thinking of kind of confused, or why is this happening to me, or what do I do when this you're too much in a question energy. You just got to be consistent with my practices. You got to practice getting quiet, meditating more, relaxing your body more. You got to do those practice for a little bit, because right now it's a lot of questioning energy still of, well, what if they're telling me they're mad at me, or what if they're mad, or what if they're doing this, or what if they're if it's affecting you, it's a belief within you. So we got to get quiet. We got to get calm. We got to relax our bodies. We got to meditate, do a little meditation practice every day. We have to do relaxing practices every day. We have to remind ourselves that we don't got to figure anything out in those moments. We're moving towards best case scenario. When something shows up that doesn't feel good, quiet, calm, relax my body. Make sure you're not speaking too much about things that are going on in your life. Keep your life very quiet. No more venting, right? No more venting, even to yourself. Get yourself calm, get yourself quiet, get yourself still and say, please move me out of this, move me to the next best step. Get yourself calm. You got to practice calmness. You got to practice non-reaction. You got to deal with needy people. Those who become insecure, Now, you're already labeling, you're already judging. So this is you. Okay, you can't worry about other people. You're too focused on other people. You got to get back to yourself, feeling good no matter what's happening around you. As soon as you start judging people, you're not getting my practice. You're not getting my practice. Other people, you have to have compassion. People, everybody understands this. Bring it back to you. Get calm. Relax your body, right? I'm moving towards best and better, right? That's a belief within you. To think that people are needy and need you, that's still a belief within you, guys. That doesn't feel good, okay? Again, back to the practice. Quiet, calm, relax your body. Okay, I do. Meditations are on my TikTok. I have easy, fun meditations, Snail Cat. A whole bunch of them. So if you like any of them, heart them. Because then you can watch them on a loop. There's so many of them. They're really good. So it's like, how I explain meditation is like, find something that catches your attention that you can keep redirecting your focus to over and over again. First, relax your body, soften your body. But I have so many. Scroll down. You'll find some that you like. So the fact that you would think anybody's like needy and I need this person to help, that's a belief within you still, because that doesn't feel good. So that's the same thing. Calm, quiet, relax, breathe, right? Yeah, so that's normal, Carla. You got to do the practices. Are you guys meditating? I know a lot of people, it's the same story. These thoughts, these stories, I have to open up to my friend. And I'm like, well, you got to start like a meditation practice then. Start a meditation practice and do these relaxing practices to relax your body. Quiet your mind down. You just got to be consistent, guys. Like, like I always say, it's a practice that takes practice. Seriously, you got to be committed to it. You do. You got to be committed to it. Your life is going to transform for the best. I'm not kidding you. But you really got to stick to these practices. You're normal. Right where you're at with all these unfavorable stories, you're normal. We all have them at first. We all have these programs running through us. We all have these old programs, these old patterns and habits, right? It's all about doing these practices for a little bit. Meditation and relaxing practices, literally. That's what I say. Meditation, practices, reminders. That's what you're doing. That's it. So where you can start right now is relax your body, soften your body. Just remember, unfavorable stories, limiting beliefs are dense, they're hard, right? They're like really heavy. So you're doing the opposite. You're going to soften your body. You're going to relax your body because that puts you in full power in that moment. So even when a story is hanging out with you, a belief system, something that doesn't serve you, something that doesn't feel good, if you're just so calm and slowing down your energy as much as you possibly can, you are actually in full power in those moments. And that belief system is actually starting to break down, right? So you just keep doing it over and over again, right? Like keep doing it. Don't stop. It's breaking down all your fear-based belief systems. You really do just start out relaxing at first though, because we have a lot of stories going on at first. So just get good at relaxing your body, doing relaxing practices, start a meditation practice, and you can say everything's always working out for me. You can say stuff like that. I'm moving. I don't have to figure anything out. That's a really powerful one. I don't have to figure anything out. I just need to relax my body. You're making the best of where you're at now, taking in and enjoying the moments when you are feeling good and you are in flow. And when you find yourself off, story or not, you're still in flow when you relax your body and you just make the best of that and you just relax your body. I don't have to figure anything out. That's all you're doing. It's very easy, guys. You just got to really be committed and consistent and dedicated. It's really committing to yourself. It's committing to yourself so you can experience the life that you came here to live. Your best life, right? All your manifestations in the best way possible. And trust me, it's all about knowing there only is this moment, making the best of this moment because there only is this moment and you're exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. You only have to make the best of this moment and everything starts to transform just by you making the best of this moment, literally. And when you can't, you're relaxing. Your life's starting to transform right when you do that. What does it mean if you feel unfulfilled, disconnected from others? Unfulfilled, disconnected from others? What does it... I mean, if you're feeling unfulfilled, it's because you need to focus on yourself more. You need to do things for yourself and feel good on your own. Feeling disconnected that's how this all starts. Feeling unfulfilled, feeling disconnected from things, right? That's kind of where this all starts. So just keep doing the practices, doing things that feel good in each moment, doing the best you can. Just stick to the practices, Leanne. That's what it feels like when a limiting belief comes up, when something affects you, when something upsets you. That's you being disconnected in that moment. So you just bring that energy back to you. Same thing. Relax your body, soften your body. I'm okay, moving towards best and better. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be in this moment. Yeah, because that's basically what it is. Feeling any type of disconnection or unfulfillment or unhappiness is you thinking that things are even separate from you to begin with, right? You're separate from yourself in those moments, right? So it's my practices, keep doing them. You'll start to feel better on your own with the things now. The things in your life now will get better. The things in your life now will start to transform. And that's also making you magnetic for best and better as well, right? So like I said, it's a gradual practice. You just got to stick to it. Get good at it. Non-reaction is really what you're doing. Same thing as nervous system regulation. You hear those words, more labels, but it's all the same thing, right? Yeah. Your higher self's got it taken care of. Yeah, like I always say, you could call it a million things. Your higher self, source energy, universal forces, right? Whatever you want to call it. But you don't even, the more you do these practices, you realize I ain't got to do nothing. You got to really know that you're exactly where you're supposed to be in this moment. You can't be anywhere but where you are in this moment. It's about letting go of control and letting the universe take care of everything. It is about letting go of control. And then you realize how much in control you actually are. So people think you're giving it up, like, oh, I'm just throwing my hands up to the universe and I'm giving up all my control and I'm giving my power away. Absolutely not. You are in full power when you do that. You are detached from everything and you are just fulfilled right in this moment, feeling good with where you're at. So it's not what people say. Be careful what you're listening to and just stick with the practices. All right, I'm going to jump off, guys, because I'm exhausted. But I will get this on YouTube. My animals are going crazy. I guess they want to go out. And guys, if anyone's new on here, private Facebook group. We have the private Facebook group. I have all the... sorry, Patrick. I'm out of breath. Private Facebook group. Playlist, Release Resistance is really good. Meditation playlist, easy, fun meditations. Then I have the one on there. Just scroll through them. It's all really good stuff. I thought about taking off the ones that are like Bashar and all that and Abraham. And I'm like, you know what? Like, I'm going to leave them because there's really good stuff in there too. I beat you this a lot of questions and answer all day. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll be back on. I listened to the Bashar one. I know. I love his stuff. It sounds similar, right? Like, when I listen to his stuff, when he talks about act on your passions, thanks, Patty. It's a lot of the stuff that I talk about. I just say it a little bit different, right? But it's all very, 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 very similar. All right, guys. Everybody have a great rest of your night. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. Thanks again, guys. I can never press it.